Hi. Today I'm going to be doing a room tour, which has been something that I've been requested many times to do. On my Instagram I've shown like little bits and pieces of my room, but I've never really shown like the whole thing before. So before I go into showing you guys the entirety of my room, here's a little bit about my room and the stuff that's in it. So most of the stuff in here has either been in here since I was little, has come from my grandma's house, or I've got from Goodwill. Most of the stuff in my room is from my grandma's house though, including some of the plants I have, because she's getting ready to move out of her house, and she has a lot of stuff. So if I see something I like in her house, I'm pretty much free to take it if I ask her. It's also taken me maybe a year to collect all the stuff that's in my room. I'm always like adding and changing stuff in my room, and I think I'm now at the point where I'm genuinely content with everything in it. If you've got any questions about where I got specific things in my room, just leave me a comment and I'll reply as soon as I can. But anyways, without any further ado, here is my room. So the first thing you're gonna see when you walk up to my room is my door, obviously. And on my door I've got a no soliciting sign as well as a beware of dogs sign, both of which came from the garage at my grandma's house. And hanging off the doorknob I've got these two little bell thingies, and I think they've been there since I was in elementary school. So here's just an overview of the entirety of my room. As you can see, I have a heck ton of lights up, and that's because my room is naturally pretty dark, which is kind of sad because I like being in spaces that are pretty bright, but the way my house is positioned makes it so not that much light comes in through the blinds. My room doesn't really have a definitive color scheme or anything, and there's a lot going on and a little bit of everything everywhere, but the way that I decorated it makes it easy to divide it up into sections, so I think that's how I'm going to be going about showing you guys my room. So the first section of my room is my nightstand area, and there's really not that much to see over here, but on it I've got this box full of random stuff, a lamp, a tea candle, a dinosaur from a dinosaur grow egg, some cool rocks, and this container with some guitar picks and pins and other stuff in it. Over here we've got the section that's behind my door, and above my door I've got some more lights, and on my actual door I have another metal sign, and I have some hooks that you can hang stuff with. I've had those hooks since 8th grade and I honestly kind of hate them, but I haven't had the chance to change them out for something different yet. Over here we've also got my photo wall, which consists of all the photos I've taken with my Instax Mini 8 camera since freshman year. I usually take my camera whenever I hang out with friends or whenever I go on a trip, so I have a lot of photos there. I also have my rock salt lamp over here, which is pretty neat. I also keep my backpack over here because most of the time it's too heavy to hang on the back of my door, so instead I put it on top of this crate. And also I keep my Bluetooth speaker and my vinyls over here. I'm really struggling to get in frame here because it's kind of hard to film when you're on the floor. So since I'm already here filming a room tour, I figured why not go through my vinyls as well. So here's my lovely vinyl collection. I've collected most of them from my Goodwill hunting adventures, but some of them have come from my grandma's house too. So undoubtedly my favorite vinyl I have is Magical Mystery Tour by the Beatles. It's a very long story as to why I actually have this, but that's a story for another day. I've also got some Hozier, and some Beach Boys, and some Art Garfunkel, and some John Denver, and some Peter, Paul and Mary, and this one's a double LP I think. Then The Lovin' Spoonful, Sean Cassidy, which I'm actually really embarrassed that I have. I got it for my mom, but she already has this one. And I also have this Morse code for pilots thing, and an audio tester, and I thought it was just really weird that my grandma had these, so I had to snatch them up. Over here we have my dresser and my mirror. Also, yes, I film on an iPad, please don't bully me, I'm getting a camera soon. Anyways, on my dresser I've got a bunch of trinkety things, as well as some antiques and some candles. And I've also got this metal Weezer lunchbox on it as well, which has been in my room since middle school, and I just haven't had the heart to put it away yet. On the wall near my dresser, I've got some art up, some of which that I've made, some of which I haven't. My favorite thing on this wall though is this animal placemat, because it's really funny. They have an animal for each letter of the alphabet, and for X they just don't even try. Moving over to this section, this wall is where I keep my electric guitar. It's an Epiphone Les Paul, and admittedly I don't really play it that much, but it is definitely a good guitar. I've also made this collage type thing with all the small frame photos that I have, and it's one of my favorite parts of my room, and I've also got a tambourine up there too. Over here is where I keep my stereo, my Instax mini camera, and a stack of CDs that my dad gave me that I have yet to listen to. I've also got a rocking chair, which is where my stuffed animal Lammy lives. I've had him since I was a baby, and he is a very good lad. I also keep my amp over here. Here's where I keep all of my CDs, Most of them are from my emo middle school years, but some of them are my dad's that he gave me to listen to, and some I've thrifted recently that aren't emo. Up here we've got some CDs that my dad has loaned me recently, including a fat chunk of the Doors discography. Over here we've got my vanity. On my vanity I've got some dried flowers as well as some random knick-knacky things like some sunglasses, the ceramic cat, a rock my friend painted, a little plastic frog, some pins. And on the side of my place where I hold my CDs I've got some magnets. I've also got these lights around my vanity, but they don't work anymore. They're done broke. Over here I've also got this alarm clock, this metal box, and this really good smelling fall candle. I don't really know how to describe this section, but it's easily my favorite section of my room, and it's also the part that I've put the most time and effort into. Over here we have my closet, which is covered in flowers that I pressed in between the spring of 2018 and the summer of 2019. You would not believe how much time it took me to put all these flowers up. On this little ledge on top of my closet I have a ruler, a bookmark, and this little worm. His name is Slimy, and I've had him since I was maybe 4, and I love him dearly. Lo and behold, the inside of my closet. In my closet I've just got a bunch of jackets, shirts, and other stuff I can't fold, as well as some shoes and other stuff I don't want out in the open. Also, Peppa Pig lives in there and she safeguards my stuff. Over here we have my collage wall, which consists of art I've made, things I've collected, photos, and magazine cutouts. I also keep my acoustic guitar over here, which I actually got from Goodwill. I also have a heck ton of license plates, which I have because my grandma used to live in a lot of places and she gave them to me. This section of my room is where I keep all of my plants. As of right now, I have 13 plants, and I've only ever killed 4 plants in my lifetime, so I think I'm doing pretty good with keeping my plants alive. The oldest plant I have in my room is named Sheen, after the Jimmy Neutron character, and I got him from IKEA when I was in 8th grade, back when I still thought that having plants was a personality trait. Over here we have my typewriter, which actually does work. I'll use it on occasion to send menacing letters to my brother and then slide them under his door. Over here we have my ukulele. I got this for my 15th birthday, and I did have one ukulele before this, but it was really bad quality, so I'm so glad I got another one. It's also an electric acoustic, which will definitely come in handy if I do any gigs with it in the future, which I haven't yet, but I probably will. Over here we have the bookshelf desk area of my room. On the wall I have some vintage postcards and this cool little mirror thingy, as well as some Funko bobbleheads from middle school, and these snazzy dudes. My favorite one of them is this little baby though, because he can dab. He's an absolute mad lad. I've also got some books on the bookshelf, obviously, as well as a metronome and some paintbrushes and some things I've made. I've also hung up some photos on the underside of my desk because I thought they looked pretty snazzy. Last but not least, we have my bed area. Near my bed I have a chalkboard wall, which my friends always draw on when they come over, and it's really cursed. I also have some Polaroids hung up near my bed, some of which are of me when I was little. So, that's my room. I really hope you enjoyed my little tour, and if you did, please leave a like or a comment or subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.